Around 66 million years ago, the world was dominated by dinosaurs, who had been ruling the Earth for approximately 165 million years. They existed in a wide variety of forms, from towering giants like the Tyrannosaurus rex to smaller, bird-like theropods. But their long reign came to an abrupt end with a catastrophic event that changed the course of life on Earth forever. The disaster began when a massive asteroid, estimated to be around 10 to 15 kilometers, 6 to 9 miles, wide, hurtled toward Earth and collided with the planet near what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The impact was enormous, equivalent to the energy of billions of atomic bombs exploding all at once. The force of the collision carved out a crater over 160 kilometers, 100 miles, wide and threw up an immense amount of dust, ash, and molten rock high into the atmosphere. In the immediate aftermath of the impact, massive fires broke out across continents. The extreme heat and shock waves caused by the collision ignited wildfires, which quickly spread, consuming vast forests and releasing clouds of smoke. This initial phase of destruction was only the beginning. Following the fires, the collision set off a chain of events that devastated the planet's ecosystems. Sulfur-rich rocks at the impact site vaporized and entered the atmosphere, forming a thick layer of sulfate aerosols. These aerosols were not like regular gases. They had a unique ability to reflect sunlight back into space. As a result, sunlight could no longer reach the Earth's surface, plunging the planet into a long, dark winter. Without sunlight, photosynthesis in plants came to a halt, which disrupted the food chain from the ground up. Plants began to die off without the sunlight they needed to produce energy. Herbivores, the plant-eating dinosaurs, were the next to suffer, as their food sources vanished. With the herbivores gone, the carnivorous dinosaurs that relied on them for food soon followed. The entire ecosystem was collapsing in a deadly domino effect. As the atmosphere darkened and global temperatures dropped dramatically, it led to what scientists call a nuclear winter effect. The Earth cooled rapidly, and within months, conditions had become so extreme that even water bodies started freezing over. This global cooling event, lasting possibly up to a decade, was too harsh for most of the large, cold-blooded dinosaurs to survive. Although some species may have initially endured, starvation and the freezing climate ultimately led to their extinction. The smaller creatures had a better chance of surviving. Many mammals, which were smaller, more adaptable, and warm-blooded, were able to find shelter and endure the colder temperatures. Additionally, some birds, a group that evolved from small, feathered theropod dinosaurs, managed to survive as well. Unlike the large dinosaurs, These birds and mammals needed less food and could survive on the limited resources available in the darkened world. Scientists have gathered clues about these events from layers of rock that date back to the time of the impact. They found extensive charcoal deposits from the widespread fires, traces of high sulfur levels indicating vaporized rocks, and evidence of rapid cooling. This evidence helps piece together the story of how this asteroid impact triggered a mass extinction event. After about 2 decades, the atmosphere began to clear as the dust and aerosols settled. Sunlight gradually returned, allowing temperatures to rise and ecosystems to begin recovering. Plants started to grow again, and the small mammals and bird-like creatures that had survived began to repopulate. This marked the beginning of a new era on Earth, known as the Age of Mammals. With dinosaurs gone, mammals took advantage of the open ecological niches. Over millions of years, they diversified into a wide array of species, adapting to fill various roles that dinosaurs once held. Some evolved to become large herbivores, while others became predators, taking on the role of apex species in their respective environments. This new age paved the way for the evolution of primates and, eventually, humans. Although dinosaurs disappeared from the land, their legacy lived on through birds, their closest modern relatives, which continue to thrive today as descendants of the theropod dinosaurs. The asteroid impact was a turning point in Earth's history, illustrating how fragile life can be in the face of cosmic events but also how resilient it is in adapting and finding new pathways to survival. The end of the dinosaurs was not just a story of loss but one of renewal and evolution that set the stage for the world